Today, we're diving into a story that has all the suspense, drama, and emotion of a true thriller. It's a story that shocked everyone in the courtroom and left the judge utterly speechless. Imagine a judge who, in the middle of a trial, realizes that the prisoner standing before her is wearing a necklace she never thought she'd see again, the same necklace that once belonged to her beloved daughter. The discovery sends her world into a tailspin, raising questions that no one saw coming. Let's go back to the beginning to uncover this remarkable tale. Our story begins with Judge Evelyn Carter, a respected figure known for her sharp mind and her dedication to justice. Evelyn was the type of person who commanded the courtroom with a calm yet powerful presence, and she took pride in her ability to remain objective and professional in even the most emotional of cases. But beneath her composed exterior, Evelyn carried a deep wound. Many years ago, her daughter, Emily, had gone missing without a trace. It was a mystery that had haunted Evelyn for years, one that never faded from her heart or mind. Despite all the resources she'd poured into searching for her daughter, the case had gone cold, leaving her with a void that could never be filled. As she continued her work, Evelyn learned to compartmentalize her grief, burying her pain beneath her professional responsibilities. She never spoke about her daughter's disappearance and maintained a quiet, private life. To the outside world, she was a strong, stoic figure, a judge who had dedicated her life to upholding justice. But every day, she carried the weight of her loss, hoping that, somehow, some way, she would find out what happened to Emily. One morning, Evelyn arrived in court to preside over a rather high-profile case. A young woman named Lily stood accused of a series of thefts and minor offenses. She had a troubled background and a long record of petty crimes, which had led her down a path that ultimately landed her in Evelyn's courtroom. As Evelyn took her seat, she glanced at the woman standing before her. Lily appeared hardened, guarded, and seemed to be bracing herself for whatever verdict was about to come. But as Evelyn's gaze shifted, she noticed something that caught her off guard. Around Lily's neck was a necklace, a delicate silver chain with a small distinctive pendant. Evelyn's heart skipped a beat as she recognized it instantly. It was the same necklace she had given her daughter Emily on her 15th birthday, a gift that was as unique as it was precious. She had chosen the pendant herself, a one-of-a-kind design that she had never seen anywhere else. The sight of it sent a shock through her entire body, leaving her momentarily speechless. How could this young woman have her daughter's necklace? Evelyn tried to maintain her composure, but her mind raced with questions. Was it possible that Lily had some connection to Emily? Could this necklace be a sign that her daughter was still out there somewhere? She struggled to keep her emotions in check, aware that the courtroom was watching her every move. But the memories of her daughter flooded back with an intensity she hadn't felt in years, stirring up hope and fear in equal measure. As the proceedings continued, Evelyn found it difficult to focus. She couldn't take her eyes off the necklace, her heart aching with every glance. She knew she had to find a way to learn more without compromising her position as a judge. But the desire to know the truth was overpowering. The court took a brief recess, and Evelyn used the opportunity to pull Lily's lawyer aside, asking discreetly if she could have a private conversation with the young woman after the trial. The lawyer, sensing the urgency in Evelyn's tone, agreed, though he was puzzled by the unusual request. When the trial concluded, Evelyn met with Lily in her chambers. The young woman seemed wary, unsure of why the judge had requested to see her. But Evelyn spoke gently, explaining that she had noticed the necklace and that it looked identical to one she had given her daughter many years ago. She asked Lily if she could tell her where she had gotten it. Lily was taken aback by the question, her face revealing a mix of confusion and apprehension. After a moment of silence, Lily began to share her story. She explained that she had grown up in the foster system, bouncing from home to home, never really knowing where she belonged. She had few possessions, but one of the only items she cherished was the necklace, which she had been given by a woman in her earliest memory. She didn't know who the woman was or why she had been given the necklace. All she knew was that it had been with her for as long as she could remember, and it was the one thing she held on to during the darkest moments of her life. Evelyn listened, her heart breaking as she realized the possibility that this young woman before her could be her lost daughter. She looked into Lily's eyes, searching for a resemblance, a sign, anything that could confirm what her heart was desperately hoping. But the years had changed them both, and there was no obvious recognition in Lily's gaze. Evelyn hesitated, knowing that this was not the time to let her emotions cloud her judgment. But the necklace was too unique, too precious to be a mere coincidence. Overcome by emotion, Evelyn asked Lily if she would be willing to undergo a DNA test. She explained that it was possible they were connected in a way neither of them could have imagined. Lily was initially skeptical, struggling to understand why a judge would be so invested in her life. But as she saw the raw vulnerability in Evelyn's eyes, she agreed to the test, sensing that there was something more at stake than she realized. The days leading up to the DNA results were excruciating for Evelyn. She couldn't concentrate, couldn't sleep, her mind consumed with the possibility that her daughter was within reach after all these years. She replayed every moment she had shared with Lily, looking for signs, feeling a connection that she hadn't felt with anyone since Emily had vanished. She dared to hope, but she also braced herself for disappointment, knowing that life didn't always give happy endings. Finally, the results came in. Evelyn opened the envelope with trembling hands, her heart pounding as she read the words that would change her life forever. The test confirmed that Lily was indeed her daughter, Emily. After 23 years of searching, of mourning, of hoping against hope, she had found her daughter in the most unexpected way. The revelation was overwhelming, and Evelyn could hardly believe it was real. She rushed to find Lily, her heart bursting with a mix of relief, love, and gratitude that words could not express. When she told Lily the truth, the young woman was stunned, struggling to comprehend the idea that the judge who had presided over her case was actually her mother. The necklace, the gift Evelyn had given her all those years ago, had been the link that had brought them back together. They embraced, both of them crying, as they realized the significance of what had happened. For years, they had been separated by circumstances they couldn't control, but fate had brought them back together in the most remarkable way. In the days that followed, Evelyn and Lily spent hours sharing their stories, learning about each other, and making up for the lost time. Evelyn discovered the hardships her daughter had endured, the resilience she had shown, and the strength that had carried her through even the darkest of days. Lily, in turn, began to understand the love her mother had always carried for her, the years of searching and hoping that had defined Evelyn's life. It was a reunion neither of them had anticipated, but one that filled the void in their hearts. Their story spread, touching everyone who heard it. It was a powerful reminder that love and connection can transcend even the most challenging circumstances, that hope can survive even when all seems lost. For Evelyn, the years of pain and loss were finally over. She had found her daughter, and together, they were ready to face a new future, united by the love that had brought them back together against all odds. Thank you for joining us for this incredible story. If you found it as moving and inspiring as we did, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. This story shows us that life is full of unexpected twists and turns, and that sometimes, even the darkest moments can lead us to the light. Until next time, stay hopeful and cherish those you love.